Bonjour, je m'appelle Tami from Parkhill Education Station. Comment allez-vous? Today, I am going to share with you a wonderful book called Madeline. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, huit, neuf, dix, onze, douze. 1 through 12. And we know that 6 from this column plus 6 equals 12. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread and brushed their teeth and went to bed. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad. And sometimes they were very sad. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. Rain or shine. The smallest one was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. She liked winter, snow, and ice. And to the tiger in the zoo, Madeline just simply said, "Pooh, pooh." And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. Looks like she's balancing on the bridge. Very dangerous. In the middle of one night, Miss Clavel turned on her light and said, "Something is not right." Little Madeline sat in bed, cried and cried. Her eyes were red, and soon after Dr. Cohn came, he rushed out to the phone. Something was wrong with her. Something was hurting. And he dialed Danton 106. "Nurse," he said, "it's an appendix." Everybody had to cry. Not a single eye was dry. Madeline was in his arm, in a blanket, safe and warm, and they had to rush her away to the hospital immediately. In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. Madeline woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. Madeline soon ate and drank. On her bed there was a crank, and a crack on the ceiling had the habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. Outside were birds, trees, and sky, and so 10 days passed quickly by. She had lots of things to do. Look at the birds and just rest and recover. One nice morning, Miss Clavel said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?" Visitors from 2 to 4 read a sign outside her door, tiptoeing with solemn face, with some flowers and a vase. Went up into the elevator. In they walked and then said, "Ah," when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. But the biggest surprise by far, on her stomach was a scar. "Goodbye," they said, "we'll come again." And the little girls left in the rain. They went home and broke their bread, brushed their teeth, and went to bed. all was well. But in the middle of the night, Miss Clavel turned on her light and said, do you remember? Something is not right. And afraid of a disaster, Miss Clavel ran fast and faster. And she said, please, children, do tell me what is troubling you. And all the little girls cried, boo-hoo. We want to have our appendix out too. Why do you think they wanted that? I think it's because of all the toys she received and attention from everybody, huh? But they don't realize that it was very painful for her to go through that. Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well. And go to sleep, said Miss Clavel, and she turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There is no more. Thank you for watching. Bye. Au revoir.